Welcome back to the very first episode of the Grow Your Daycare podcast for 2025. My name is Christina Rizakos. I help childcare business owners fully book their programs using social media as well as digital marketing. And I'm just so happy that you're here. So, if this is the very first time or if you've been following for a while, I want to invite you to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and that you click the notification button so that you can get alerted every single time I drop a brand new marketing video. So in this video, I am going to share with you how to grow your daycare or your childcare program, how to attract more families basically without feeling salesy. And as I work with providers and center owners, whether they're running a small in-home or a larger center, one of the things that keeps popping up, which is very, very strange to me, is not feeling as though they're able to sell their program or their services, like not wanting to feel salesy or like a sleazy salesperson, if you will. And I want to encourage you in this video to kind of shift that mindset. And I'm going to show you how you can do that with some simple free ways using social media, so your Facebook and Instagram accounts, so that you can attract more families, more eyeballs onto your platforms without feeling salesy. Okay. So the first thing I want you to think about is that I want you to think about you as a business owner, and regardless whether you're running a small in-home or a larger center, you're still a business owner and you're providing a service to someone in exchange for money. Okay. So I want you to kind of shift that mindset to thinking, to go from I don't want to be salesy to how can I add so much value that local families, as soon as they need childcare, I am the go-to person. Like as soon as they think, oh, I need daycare, or someone asks them about childcare, that my business, my in-home, my preschool program, my after-school program, my childcare center is what they think about. Okay. And how do we do this? We do this a few ways. Okay. So the first way we do this is by sharing value. And I know, you hear me say this a lot, and probably if you're following other content creators, you're going to hear them say, share value, add value, like with your content, add value. What that basically means is really positioning yourself as someone that is the go-to in your area or your niche, your area of expertise, right? So for myself, for example, when someone comes to me and they need, help with social media marketing, I want them to understand and to feel as though I know what I'm doing, right? I have the proof, I have the reviews, I have the testimonials, I have the programs, I have the results, right? I'm actively and constantly sharing about social media marketing, Facebook posts, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and they can do this and they can understand this by checking my if they're on my podcast or if they're subscribed to my YouTube channel, they can easily see that yes, Christina is all about marketing, all about social media marketing, all about digital marketing. This is her thing. So the next time they think about, let's say, social media, or someone needs help with Facebook ads for their daycare, I hope that the first person they're going to think about is me, because this is what I do constantly and consistently on all of my platforms with my content. I try to add value by educating, by engaging people, by teaching them things that they may not know of, or they may have a hard time kind of figuring out on their own, by answering questions, by emailing people back that ask me specific things from my blog, by dropping weekly content like this video or podcast, or inside my Facebook communities, whatever the case is, we constantly add value. So I want you to think about that. Next time you hear the term add value, or someone tells you all you have to do is add value, it really is how you're showing up, how consistent you are, and what you're sharing about, right? If I just showed up here and I just talked about how my weekend was or what I ate for supper, no one would care. Like no one would care. But if I show up here every single week and I solve one of your problems, then I most probably you will show up again and again and again. And chances are that if you need help, if you need to outsource something, or if you want to join a community or hire someone to do marketing for you, I will be the person that's at the top of your list, because I have invested my time and energy adding value, sharing, teaching, in hopes of getting you results. Okay. So adding value, that's all that means. So I'm going to show you some examples, because I'm going to go through a few things that you can do that are going to help you add value without you feeling salesy. Okay. So the first is I want you to think about your social media posts. This is the simplest thing that you can start with, because chances are if you're running a home daycare or a bigger center, you have some type of social media presence. And on these platforms, what I see a lot of providers doing is using them the wrong way. They're showing up, posting random things, not consistently, and hoping that that random post they did 2 weeks ago is going to get them fully booked or get them noticed. And it's not going to happen. I hate to break it to you, but it's not going to happen. So you have to stay really consistent on social media, but what you're posting is as important as how many times you're posting, right? So this is where adding value comes in. What types of things can you do that are going to attract the right type of families to your platform and to your business, and repel those that don't really fit without you actually feeling salesy? The first is I want you to think about educational activities, right? Obviously, when you're running an in-home, it's really important that you kind of stand out as someone that knows what they're doing, that you're qualified, you have years experience, right? And that the kids are actually learning. Like you're not just, putting a few kids in front of a TV all day long and hoping that they learn something. Like there's an actual plan in place, right? There's activities, there's an approach that you're following. So parents need to know these things. It's not as simple as just saying, today we just play with some Play-Doh. You really have to get more in depth and explain the reasoning behind why should toddlers play with Play-Doh before they begin, working with scissors, for example, right? So these are important things that you should definitely be thinking about every time you're posting on social media. So things like sharing science experiments and talking about them, any gross motor, fine motor skills that you're working with, especially with toddlers. Why are you doing them? What's the benefit, right? Understanding the importance of like reading to kids or story time or circle time, and really just kind of explaining that to parents when you're posting, putting more thought into the actual piece of content than just posting a random picture. Okay. And I see a lot of providers just do that. They just post a random picture and hope that the parents understand what this means. And 99% of parents do not. Okay. So let me just share with you a few examples that we have actually created for members inside our school community. These are educational types of posts that we share. So we create and we text it out to local families. As you can see here, we are sharing about a Montessori. So this was a client that we were working with. They were practicing a Montessori approach. Okay, so everything they were doing was Montessori based. So there was a small reel here that would play, and then we talked a little bit about the difference between regular preschool and Montessori approach and what that looked like. Okay. And then obviously there was a call to action at the end where they would kind of click there, get directed over to my client's website, and then they would get some more information on how to enroll or visit. But again, it's not just a random, video of a child playing with a toy. It's explaining what the difference is, why we're doing it, what the benefits are, and then a call to action directing them over to their website. Same thing for this one right here. Okay. So let me just kind of blow this one up a little bit more. This was a science activity because they did a lot of science, and it was a short little reel. And it talked a little bit about what that were they're working like a magic ink experiment, for example. And I actually posted a reel that walked the parent through how to do this, what they would need and what the steps were, right? Again, with some music in the background. So if you played it, you would actually see the actual experiment take place, okay? All right, so that's for that one. Let me just go back to my screen. Simple as that. It can be the kids playing with paint and you're talking about paint. It could be, again, the kids, participating in a circle time and you're reading a story to them, and then you're making them repeat some of the vocabulary words, for example, and explaining to the parents what you're working on with that specific activity. Okay. So really just posting educational activities is so important. Okay. The other way you can really increase more, to get more parents to notice you without you actually feeling salesy, to get them to attract them to your program, is by posting a good old-fashioned parent review. So I love video reviews. I just think they are much more powerful, especially when we're in, early learning and childcare businesses. And if they're more authentic, they're super simple to set up. It does not take a lot of, like prep time or tech time. And all you need is a simple app that can kind of add some captions in the bottom. And they are really, really powerful. So let me just share with you one testimonial in kind of the format so you can see what that looks like. Hopefully you can do this on your own. So we used the CapCut app. You can sign up for a free version of it. And this was a parent that was sharing about her experience in this specific early learning center. And we just kind of introduced it a bit. Again, call to action to hop on their website for more information. And it was a 56-second review. Like, I did not edit anything. The only thing I did was just add font captions just to kind of make it more engaging. And it was really just this parent's review about, registering in Kidsville, how long they've been there, what types of changes they've seen in their child. And it was really, really powerful. We actually ran ads to this for my clients as well. Okay. So if you don't have a parent, if you don't have, let's say, reviews right now, it's as simple as just going out and asking for the review. If you have staff working with you, do the same thing. Ask them if you can record them using your own smartphone as they're in the classroom. 60 seconds, what their experience is like working in your program, what they love about it, and what they can share about, what it's like to work for you and within your team. Really, really powerful. Again, you're sharing about your program. You're encouraging moms and dads to take notice and to become aware of how amazing your program is, right? But also you're kind of enticing them or encouraging them to take an action, which is to book a visit or call you to get some more information. And you can do this without feeling salesy or even looking desperate, okay? The third thing you can do is highlight staff's achievements. So I think as a business owner, so when I was running my childcare center, I had 7 full-time staff working for me. At the beginning, it was just me and the owner. But then as the daycare grew and we got more registrations and it got much more busier in the office, so I had to hire staff to replace me in the classroom. And one of the best things you can do as a business owner is really pour into your team. I know a lot of people say this, like pour into your team, but it's true. And it doesn't have to be as expensive as you might think. This could be as simple as leaving them little notes in their backpacks, just encouraging them, and just telling them how much you appreciate their work. It can be posting on your social media about, so-and-so being in your center for X amount of years or X amount of months, and just really just sharing with those that follow you and with the parents in your community how amazing this teacher is and what they brought into your team, right? It's about highlighting their achievements. So let's say they followed a special training or they finished, their diploma or whatever it is, just making it a point to celebrate those wins. This is really going to help you not only keep your staff happy and there, right, doing a good job for you, which everybody wants, but you're also going to encourage parents to understand that, hey, this boss, this director really cares about her staff. Like, she really loves them. She cares for them. She takes care of them. She's proud of them. They're posting about their achievements. And parents are going to feel that, if I do sign up, these are capable hands, basically. I can trust these people because they actually love what they are doing. Okay. So that's another great way you can share about your program, encourage more moms and dads to enroll without actually feeling salesy. Okay. So, do I have anything else to say? I'm looking at my notes, you guys. No, that was it. So the first, again, social media, focus on really educational content and not just posting random things. Post about your curriculum, why you're doing things, what the benefits are of specific activities, and really just educate families and local, people that are following you about why you're doing and why it's important. The other is obviously collecting as many reviews as you possibly can from staff as well as parents, and share about them on your platforms, and use a simple app like CapCut, for example, to add some graphics or a filter to them, whatever it is, or maybe you want to add some music. And lastly, encouraging people that are working for you, encouraging them with your day-to-day work, but also making sure that you're showing up for them and you're an amazing leader for them, and that you're highlighting their achievements, right? Their successes, their wins, their good work, so that moms and dads can actually see that, hey, this team knows what they're doing. They all get along. They love the kids. They love working there. So they must really be, I can really trust them. They must be someone that I can trust with my child. They are capable of taking care of my child, right? And that's really just not only going to help you keep your staff happy, but it's also going to help you sell your services without you actually saying the words enroll now, right? So there you have it, you guys. Let me know in the comments what you thought. If you do need help with your social media marketing, maybe you have a hard time coming up with daily captions, or you want to try Facebook ads, you're just not quite sure how to do it, check out the links around this video or underneath. And there's some new things we're doing as our school community. You can actually try it out and see if it's a good fit for your childcare business. We do all sorts of things from social media, content creation, to trainings and support, and Facebook ads training as well. So I'll put the link under this video. Check it out. As always, I hope that this blesses you and your business, and I'll see you again for a brand new video next week. Bye for now.